Hello everybody, welcome back to more King of Score Goodness. I'm your host with the most, Mr. King. With me today on commentation duty is Dr. Coke. How you doing?
Not too bad. Great to see you guys again, and great to see you again, beep2bleep.
Oh, yeah, it's Beep. We currently have their Discord, their audio muted on what's called game side because they've ran into the most interesting bugs I've ever seen for OBS, and that is if I unmute them, you can hear me.
Yeah,
you can hear me.
We got more issues in a magazine around here, so it's kind of par for the course.
Anywho, we're going to unmute them as soon as we deafen them on what's called to get them going for the run. Speaking of, go ahead and eat that blue raspberry hot dog at this moment. There are no rerolls. You just immediately start, so good luck.
Well, thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and give you a deafen now. You can just go ahead and start whatever. Good luck.
All right.
There we go. Now things ought to be really interesting, but starting off with the crowbar. Very nice.
Yep, the crowbar. That's the only thing you start with in this character is the crowbar. You only start with the crowbar, and it's what's called pretty fun. A lot of runners were reaching the end of the week. A lot of runners still to this day are just confused what happened. No one knows what scoring was like in this mode at all. Everyone is confused. Fucking even Tibbs was angry the entire week. Just going, I don't know what's going on at all. They got second this week, so
second. You know it's bad when Tibbs gets out and gets second. So something's got to be going on, and it really makes sense. I mean, as much as everybody loves Half-Life, especially me, truth be told, but Well Done Free Meat really isn't that big of a fan favorite character. It's just far too much of an oddball.
Yeah, what's called Well Done is a very big oddball. The biggest problem with he didn't rack that gun. There we go. The biggest problem with Well Done Free Meat I have been noticing with runners is the blitz. The rule set blitz is functionally flawed. From what we gathered, is something is not calculating correctly somewhere.
How so? Do you mean by score-wise, or do you mean by gameplay-wise?
Score-wise, is near impossible to get the breach bonus. We're seeing the conga line of terror, because they're trying to get the breach bonus by... Let's go. Yep, they're just abandoning killing the Sosig so they can go ahead and capitalize that. But so what happened?
For his score, but I think he did pretty quick, so that might balance it out.
Yeah. So what happened is, you say that was pretty quick. That could have still been a 0 on breach bonus.
A 0.
Yeah,
that's not looking good for a starting round.
Yeah, that still could have been a 0. We don't know. Also, that might be a guard that just walked in. That could have been that straight up could be a guard that just walked in, and that could have ruined the breach bonus if he killed that guy.
He's already taken fire, not really trying to shoot at any of the Metro cops. Gotta say, for a guy like me, you know what? Gotta appreciate it.
Okay, I know what he's doing. He is doing what Tibbs did back whenever they were experimenting. They're killing one guard.
Little burger hack.
But yeah, they're killing one guard and then clearing the hold immediately, which should give them the maximum amount of breach bonus. But they're surrendering Sosa kills instead.
Yeah, no, it won't help them a lot on points as far as that goes. But you really can't blame them for following in the footsteps of Tibbs. I mean, if you want to get to the top, you got to follow the people at the top.
But Tibbs did this strategy in practice and then completely forgo this strat after they realized the absolute power that Quilovid strat brought to the table.
And that one was the slam strategy you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, what they are doing is they are buying what's it called?
The slams or grenades. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, no, they buy the slams, and then they also buy the MP7. Then they spawn themselves grenades for the MP7. From there, they what's it called? We're seeing this actually going to be in display for us now. Actually,
I think he might actually show and tell.
Yeah. Oh, we're just going to use one. Okay, cool. Oh, hello.
That's one way to do it. He's got a head crab on him.
Yeah.
Pretty quick dispatch.
Also, I'm noticing just in general, their audio is fucked up.
Like, yeah, we've been having a lot of issues when it comes to that audio with them, but his gameplay seems pretty
Ouch.
decent. So, hey, if you people don't mind the quiet, then just keep paying attention to the gameplay, and it ought to be all good.
You know, their audio is kind of giving like a double reverb. If we listen to this explosion real quick. So something is off with their audio capture entirely, which is such a strange bug. I've never seen this happen before. So,
Like I said, one of these days we got to get an OBS dev in here, and they can learn all the issues with their software just by what we go through. We've seen it all, ladies and gentlemen.
okay, I think they're going to focus on clearing the rest of the guards. Yeah, there's a few guards. They're actually using the radar to their advantage. That's quite nice.
Smart
Are
thinking
they?
too. If you got it, you got to use it.
Okay, they are, instead of grabbing the grenades in order to go ahead and ensure that they clear out, I have a feeling they're heading to what's it called, spillway now, and are just going to slam it up.
Might as well.
So I think we're going to see a crap ton of slams instead of putting a few slams down, then filling the room with what's called 40mm cases grenades. So I'm not sure.
I love the fireworks.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that's going to affect, or if it's going to be better or worse. So this should be interesting. So here's what happens with this strat that we found is we're seeing just using slams instead. So we're going to be here for a little bit longer than what was done.
Switch to twin stick just to do this.
Yeah, but now he's turning the room into more or less a nuclear bomb, so I'm kind of excited to see this go off.
Yeah, no.
We've seen a lot of people with their computers tending to struggle to handle the multiple explosives all going off at once. I mean, even Quillavad had some lag going on when he set it all off. But he said he has a good PC, so we'll see if we see some stuttering.
Yeah, we're making a center explosion, which I don't think that's going to work out the way they're thinking. That I have a feeling they're betting on that.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
I don't think what's called armed slams blow up.
I suppose we'll see here. This is going to be the Mythbuster episode.
Yeah, I don't think this works. There are two ways to activate. Yeah, there's two ways to activate a slam. There's the laser detonator. There is the what's called the arming switch that they're using right now, and that's it. I don't think
unarmed slams. I don't reckon they go off.
Yeah, I don't think they go off. Something's telling me they don't go off. They're spawning magazines. They're making a black cannon essentially.
I'd say that's more of a nuclear bomb. Somebody should probably call the UN on this one because not really looking good for him. He might have some B2s going over his house any minute now. Now, one thing I actually didn't realize is that the slam is actually a real-life weapon from what I can hear. It's called the Selectable Lightweight Attack Munition, and it was a real-life weapon used by the United States military, or at least that's what Wikipedia told me.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a
I am throwing everything in the kitchen sink, what's called sink at it. Again, I'm a bit concerned that they're just doing this all for nothing, and they're going to come in here and see a bunch of undetonated slams and a shit ton of guards still alive.
I hope not, but hey, those 9mm rounds might be what makes the difference. Maybe the hot dogs will avoid every single explosion, but those single god-tiered 9mm rounds will find their target. We'll have to see. Could make the difference.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see if this works, truth be told.
I'm just curious to see it go off. It's like the 4th of July, I'm waiting for the fireworks. I'll tell you what, though. He's certainly taking his preparation seriously. You know, one thing I will say that I've noticed about the Half-Life games is they definitely have a very unique sort of weapons arsenal compared to any other games. You know, when you think about the world being taken over by a multi-dimensional sort of, alien race, and you think of all the weapons manufacturers that tend to exist, on Earth, it makes sense that the first one to sell out to the Combine is, of course, H&K.
Look, man, they gotta get that contract somehow.
Absolutely, and the Combine's got plenty of money, so they're definitely looking to serve up to those guys.
But let's be real here.
Call-
The reason why a bunch of H&K weapons were probably used for the development of Half-Life and Half-Life 2, it's just because they were easy to model and just are bricks essentially.
And it makes sense. I mean, the MP7 is a fairly straightforward model. A fairly easy polygon. The H&K match, or the USP match, is a very simple weapon. Very blocky and square and stuff like that. So it makes sense why they would model it, but you really also can't deny they look nice.
This came up short.
Nice for the era, yeah.
And that's the thing, and a lot of games nowadays don't really portray those 90s era firearms, there's not really a lot of them out there, and the ones that do exist tend to portray them more on the, military side. You see stuff like the standard M16s, the CAR 15s, and stuff like that, and if you're feeling a little bit exotic, every now and then you'll see a, MP5 or stuff like that. But it's nice to see that the more exotic weapons get shown off in, like, Half-Life. The SPAS-12, with its a completely normal double-barrel firing mode. Everybody knows about that with the SPAS-12. Every SPAS-12 has it, those two barrels, completely realistic. The MP7 with the grenade launcher, again, completely realistic. And the USP match being used in police service, also realistic.
Actually, if you want to know something even crazier, is the fact that the fucking MP5 with a grenade launcher from Half-Life 1 actually exists in real life.
It actually does?
Yeah, there is a MP5 with a grenade launcher that exists. It's in the Royal National Armory.
Oh, God. What I wouldn't do to have one of those. Imagine bringing that to the range and all the looks that you would get. I mean, to be honest, you'd probably get escorted off the property, but I mean, you'll at least have a lot of compliments from the guards as you do.
Yeah, just a lot, like, how the fuck did you get this? Where did you even get this? This is, like, not allowed. What?
It's nice, man, but you can't shoot it here. Oh, come on, man. Please, come on. Just 140 millimeter. You got a big old backstop. It can handle it.
It's not gonna be long enough to actually trigger the armor range. Just go and plink off.
Exactly. I mean, come on. Why is everybody leaving the range? What is everybody scared for?
Oh God. Well, the nuke is still going. We're going to see this again.
Definitely preparing.
Yeah, we're going to see this again for fucking Garden. Unless they're going to be smart and actually use the laser trip mine. I think Baldric actually decided to actually be smart and use the laser trip mine, so they didn't have to re-trigger the next explosion in their run. I haven't seen it, but I remember seeing a clip in the clips for highlights where Baldric is just playing with the spam with the laser. So I got a guess that they decided to go ahead and actually use the laser trip mine instead. It's going to be so much prep for no payoff.
I'll tell you
that's
what,
I'm
man,
thinking.
if it all does explode, he better not have been lying when he said he got a good PC, because at this rate, we might see a crash. Lord knows on my PC, it would certainly not even be able to handle this. We would see frame drops and everything.
No, what's it called? It's probably going to be slightly better with the slams and not any of the 40 millimeters instead. Oh, yeah, guard
makes sense because it doesn't have to handle projectile. It's just a straightforward explosive. Except for can't forget the 9mm. Can't forget the 9mm rounds we throw.
Oh yeah, those 9mm are going to be very, very what's called effective with this bomb.
Useful. Just you wait.
All right, we're scanning. They've given it the green light of, yep, that looks good enough, and we're going to go back to what's called Abyss and finish our hold. But yeah, that's something that a lot of others have been doing, is foregoing the breach bonus on hold free entirely, not even attempting it, because the Zosigs that spawn here have a very nasty habit of killing themselves and starting the breach bonus themselves.
Oh, not good.
Yeah, which is a very hilarious byproduct of the weird, funny limp what's it called wieners that they are. I mean, look at them.
Always problem. When limp wieners are always a problem. That's one thing that's for sure. You got to keep your wieners stiff.
Yeah, speaking of, that is a guard we just passed, which means that legitimately, what's it called, the breach bonus was already dead because they didn't kill all the guards. Okay, now we're going, I guess, to buy the, yep, we're buying that layer.
MP7.
I have no idea how you get the 40 mil.
Oh, that's why they didn't
20
spawn the
mil.
4 mils. Okay. They don't, they lack information. Gotcha.
Ooh, and that's the deadliest thing when it comes to this tournament. It's always the people who lack the information that struggle the hardest, because at the end of the day, the more you know, the better you will do. Skill is just half the battle when it comes to H3.
But yeah, they're going to just get
one
the
hit to
H3.
face.
Yeah, those things are deceptively powerful. I've what's it called, during Magician's Run, last night, they proceeded to almost die to them like several times. It was actually kind of scary how low they got. They're not triggering the bomb yet, which is interesting.
I think he just wants to see the effects as they detonate.
Oh,
Which
we're
gotta say, I agree with.
they're actually going to actually see the explosion go off and risk dying. Awesome.
Now that's a man who's dedicated to the show.
Okay, that's approach. We want to go to Pipeworks. Miss Pipeworks. We'll try that again.
You know,
Yes.
I don't know if it's just me, but I've never actually really used the tram.
The tram is so good, man. I made several of the seeds requiring you to use them. All right.
Yeah, no, I've never actually been the kind of guy to use the tram. I don't know if I'm the only person here. I don't know if anybody in chat would agree with me, but I've always just been the walking type.
Yeah. All right. I'll walk into
Here we
spillway
go.
and blow it up. Yeah, get them to the higher one to, let's call it, survive it. Yep, just checking, making sure. Boop!
Not even a frame drop. He really wasn't lying when he said he got a good PC.
One over
And I
there.
think those slams might have... Nope.
I don't know if he counts.
Oh yeah, that's a guard.
Nah, we got slam litter all over the
One right
ground.
there.
Yep, that didn't work at all. I knew it. He's looking down at his
I hate to see it.
yeah, he's looking down at his mistake and being sad. Yep, we're just clearing out, leaving. That is a loss of bonus as well, because that was definitely a guard that was still alive.
And that's not looking good score-wise. You know, as much faith as I have in beep2bleep, and I really do want to see him win, because the underdog story is always the best one. The points are probably
I have
just
real hard
not
time
looking to
finding
be
this one.
quite there.
Yeah, all right. I think we're going to start making our way to Garden next. Oh, guarding the
Love
shotgun. He guarded the shotgun blast with the gun. Have you noticed that? That like literally put it right in the way. Ouch! Taking that to the back though.
Oh,
ouch,
quick ambush
ouch,
to the
ouch.
back. 2 shotgun shots, and he had to pop his health sausage. Not good.
Yeah, looking at
Then
the
again,
radar,
we've been
there's a
seeing
lot of
troubles
bad.
on free meat.
Yeah, looking on the radar, there's a lot of bad behind them. They're going to try and run away so they can get the garden. Though prepping garden whenever they know you exist is not the best thing. Not at all.
Oh no. And
We-
he doesn't have a moment of silence. He's got those landmines, well, pardon me, air mines going after him almost constantly.
Yep. All right. Here we go again. Again, they don't know how to get the grenades. They straight up are just lacking information. That's something we're going to have to tell them after the run so they can be sad about it.
It's always
But-
the worst thing when you learn all the things that you miss after you miss them.
Yeah,
But, you know, hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly run away. I'll be right back.
All right, just be me and you, people.
Yeah, so go
Now,
ahead
it's
and take
nice
over
to see
comms
him.
for a bit.
It's nice to see him arming all of his mines. I think he really learned the lesson, because, I mean, quite frankly, how could he miss that when it came to all the unused mines sitting on the ground? So this time, he's definitely being more thorough with his trap laying. And I gotta say, it is kind of a little bit of a shame that we aren't on classic game mode, because I'd imagine you can make a lot more use out of those laser trip mines on the classic game mode. Prep a nice defense, have the whole place just lit up like a light show, and then every single Sosig that walks through gets eviscerated. I'm talking smithereens. We're going to have a while of prep phase here. He seems content to just drop it everywhere. Even on top, where the Sosigs can't even go. This whole place is going to look like a fire show at the end of it. Even throwing them down there. Now, normally, actually, I don't really see Sosigs go on the grass very much, but maybe I'm just a little weird on that observation. Even putting them behind the crate. I don't know if anybody's going to end up there, but hey, we'll see. You know, never say never. Maybe the Sosigs get a little bit scared by all the packed-in high explosives. Now, throwing him around those statues is going to be a really big test of his PC, because those are all destructive props. Setting it gently up on top of the statue. Now, you got to give Anton credit. A lot of those destructive props that he made are extremely well optimized. So, as far as frame drops go, we might see a lot, we might not. But I remember back when Anton was releasing those props, you know, when he was first coming out with the doors, the furniture, you know, all these sort of destructible objects. And everyone was excited to see it. That was when the Kill House got released. That was when Sosig spawners started to become, you know, a lot more popular in maps and stuff like that. And that was around, if I remember correctly, when he released the Desert Range as well. Not the Arizona one, but the one where you can spawn Sosigs. And again, that was one of the best things that he has added in a long while. I really do wish he would add more Sosig combat maps. You know, because I mean, H3MP, while not exactly a official mod, you know, Anton always said that he was never going to add multiplayer to H3, and to be frank, considering how painful networking is, I can't exactly blame the guy. But those maps really are kind of the GOAT when it comes to playing with friends.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the plan is with the what's it called? The save system that that Anton's working on right now is players are going to be able to set up very dynamic kill ranges, like what you're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
As for H3MP, it is a very big shame that the dev just kind of walked away and left it. It is not updated anymore at all.
I can't entirely blame him.
Apparently, another dev has picked it up and they're doing closed testing on it right now. But I have a feeling it's probably just going to be for the best that you just wait to make something like that until 1.0 is out. Because
it makes sense.
A lot more things are happening with the system right now. That adding that to the already existing system is just going to be a pain in the ass. But yeah,
and not only that. If anybody who's played H3MP, they kind of know that it's held together by duct tape, glue, and, you know, a whole hell of a lot of wishes, so it's not exactly the most stable experience, so I can only imagine what kind of hell the developers go through just trying to keep it constantly updated.
I'm gonna go around,
it's
so
gotta be a pain.
Alright, deciding not to take that place head on, going to go around the other way.
And hit Pipeworks.
I think we're going to get back into the action here. We had our prep phase sort of all done. Armed the whole place like a ticking time bomb, so this is going to be nice to see.
No, I shouldn't chance it.
Yeah,
now, correct me if I'm wrong, King, but explosives can't destroy the encryptions now, can they?
They can, but only the 40mm are able to, I've noticed.
Oh, that was it.
Makes sense, because, you know, the 40mm is more or less a projectile, so I'd imagine Anton doesn't want people to just, you know, throw an explosive near the encryption, have it blow up, take it out, and that be, you know, not even have to be accurate to get through your holds. So, a 40 mic, though, quite frankly, I mean, if you hit it, it's just as good as a bullet. So I say it counts.
Not even, if it's got fragmentation, it will actually hit and properly, break them.
That I did not know. I guess I just don't got good aim with 40 mics. Every time I blast around at those encryptions, it always ends up not doing much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, either it clears it or either it doesn't. There's no in between. Alright, I'm going to guess, that was a guard. I'm not sure where he is.
We got in the health dock. Oh well.
Yeah, either way, we're in the whole
got that one down.
Also, I think they don't realize that trigger is infinite range, and they could just detonate it right now. I think that's why they're going up to the area to detonate, is because they think it needs to be line of sight, which, let's be real here, it should be.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a much better risk to actually have to be in line of sight of the bombs instead of just laying down a mess and then just calling it good. From what we've been
Yeah,
seeing
and
our
not
runners
only
do.
that, I mean, in real life, if he was standing probably within 200, 500, maybe even 1,000 feet of all those explosives, I mean, at best, he's losing his eardrums. At worst, the whole building's coming down. So, I mean, realistically speaking, you should be able to detonate that from a pretty good range, and that's the case in this game. But he probably just doesn't think it because he's
Boop.
used to the, ooh, big explosion. The whole place is demolished.
Oh, that's a guard. That's a guard. All right, breach bonus is fucked.
Ooh, and he's taking a couple shots in the chest.
Yep, those
He is
got
just
those
ignoring
hurt.
the
Damn,
guard.
we're dead.
Oh, another death! No!
Oh,
Ah, the
right.
score isn't high enough to move on to the
Oh,
next
wow.
round.
Only even got one
No.
breach out of it.
Yep, knowing the one breach, yep, that's how it goes. 5255110, 5255110. Yeah, that is a
That's
big
tragic.
shame. Hey, they're the highest F though. That's the consolation prize. Let's get them back in here. Babe, no, babe. Oh, I gotta mute this. There we go.
Oh,
We're
you
fine
hate
now.
to see it.
Yeah. So, quick note. You commented on the fact that you didn't know how to get the 40mm grenades from the MP7. Whenever a item has dual ammo, there will be an arrow at the top of the ammo spawner that you can click to swap over to the other ammo type.
Oh, okay. So you had to get it from the ammo spawner. Okay.
Yeah, you had to get it from the ammo spawner. That was just information you were lacking. I loved how you desperately prayed on unarmed slams to work and blow up.
It did not seem. No. I knew they weren't going to blow up. I was intending for them to be thrown around like claymores to try to hit the nodes and any enemies. And I didn't even get all the guys in hold 4. I mean, my hold breach bonus, I only even got hold 1.
Yeah,
So,
you only managed to get hold
yeah.
1. Not even hold 2. Hold 2 that should have counted. That's amazing.
I have no.
I guess the
burgers,
guy.
I think when the burgers kill.
Mhm.
Even though when I looked at the source code, it said it only counted if it was human players.
Mhm.
Or the
Yeah, no.
human player. But
We-
yeah,
We've been
I ran
knowing
into
that
before.
we've been knowing that no matter what, if a guard dies, they just start the breach bonus, because that's what happens in Hold 3. The Zosigs will just kind of panic and then cut off a guard's head, and that starts the breach bonus, and then you just are fucked.
Well, the on hold 3, all the guards are Zosigs, but I think they kill each other. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As soon as they kill each other, you just lose the breach bonus, because they're constantly killing each other, and as soon as one of them dies, that starts the timer, and you have 5 seconds, which is not enough for Blitz. We're learning.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Even
but
if
yeah.
even if I had finished hold 5, I wouldn't have had enough score because I didn't get a hold from any breach from anything else.
Yeah, no, you literally just failed to get the breach bonus or anything else, because we went into hold 5. There were 2 guards. We know that were still alive, so that was a automatic failure, because you decided to go ahead and focus on the encryptions instead of trying to shoot them with the thing. But the problem is those guys' armors are very good, so it wouldn't matter at the end of the day. And then also
Yeah.
that guy that was in the corner in a spillway, that was 100% a guard as well.
Yeah. I didn't throw it. I didn't throw it down enough, or I didn't know where to put them. Yeah. I think the real key is to use the 20 mil grenades, just because they spread because they spread out as they're exploding. And
Yeah. That's exactly what the runners have been doing, and you just lack the information to go ahead and actually use those. So that's not on you. That's just hey, I didn't even know you can get the 40mm grenades out of the ammo spawner for the longest time.
Yeah,
Okay,
I couldn't have told you myself.
all right.
Well,
Well,
I'm happy
that-
to be able to go back to twin stick. Or
Yeah.
arm swinger.
that puts you comfortably the highest def in this what's called round. Congratulations on that. But you are in 12th, which means that this is your end of your tour, man.
All right. Well, thanks for running the tournament.
Yeah, it was a
Hey,
pleasure,
thanks for
man.
being here, man. 3
Ah.
rounds is a hell of a lot of thing to to really hold as a accomplishment. You know, I mean, you had a lot of people gunning for your spot, and you made it to the 3rd round, man. It's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, I will say this. Be happy that you got knocked out here, because Toby is next week, and you know,
Ooh, that's gonna be a
Toby
nightmare.
Toby Northwest Dakota. So
Yeah, I've never actually beaten a 5-hold Toby, so
yeah, at least
It
it's
is
freehold.
a pain.
Yeah, at least it's freehold. That was the saving grace that the dice gave you. But the dice said you're doing Toby this week, because I rolled a nat 100 on the percentile. It was happening. But in any case, that's going to do it for you, Beep. Thank you for running, but don't change that dial. Well, actually, change that dial. You got like an hour. We'll be running our final runner for phase 3, KTU, in an hour's time. So we hope to see you back then.
all right, thank you.
Stay tuned, people.
And stay tuned. We'll catch you around. Later.